Okay, so I thought we would talk about inspections, home inspections when you're doing them because you're going to purchase a home or sell a home, and you want to know what's wrong with the house. And I hear so many people say, oh my gosh, well, they were sold this house and there's no way it would pass an inspection. And passing an inspection for home ownership is not really a thing that happens unless you have a specific type of home loan. We have FHA loans that will have an inspection, and sometimes they might make requirements like peeling paint is one of them. They have to have corrected in order for the home to be purchased with an FHA loan. VA loans also have similar requirements in terms of, peeling paint, making sure it's safe for the veteran. If you're just going to have a home purchase with a conventional loan and you are buying that house and you're going to have inspections, when you go in, your inspector isn't going to pass or fail. I mean, there are already people living there, okay? There are very, very rare occasions when this home should be condemned and you really shouldn't live in it. And conventional loans won't let you live in an unlivable house. So it does need to have good living standards. There's no such thing as a home inspection that they don't find anything. They're gonna find something, okay? The inspector is gonna be looking for things that aren't up to standards or finding problems, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to pass an inspection. You're gonna get an inspection report back and it's gonna have a bunch of things that are related to that. So they'll be checking the roof and the condition of the roof, and if they think you need to have a roofer out there to look at it, or if they think that the homeowner should submit an insurance claim. There's also HVAC. They're going to look at the foundation. They're going to look at electrical and plumbing, but this is a general inspection, just covers the basics, and they might recommend, hey, you should probably get, that plumbing checked out. There were a bunch of leaks and it looks like, somebody did it themselves. And in that case, you're gonna want to, look into it more. As a general rule, it's not going to pass or fail an inspection. You might be like, I would never live there. This house is in horrible shape, but it's not really a pass or fail situation. And you're talking about pass or fail. That's if somebody got an inspection for, permitted work. So for instance, my husband and I got permits for our kitchen remodel because we removed a staircase and we took out, we had to put a 19-foot steel beam in. And so they checked along the way. Those inspections are pass-fail. They come to your house and they're like, hey, you actually are required to have more insulation in there, or you didn't do that correctly. You need to have that fixed. And then you correct that and then they come back and check again. That's the pass-fail situation that sometimes I feel like gets confused with when you're buying a home. There are some situations where we've waived inspections. There's also been sometimes where I've done a walkthrough inspection, meaning we're looking for big deal breakers, and there aren't that many deal breakers. Things that are gonna cost more than $5,000 to repair are definitely more of a deal breaker. Things like sewer line inspections are a lot more common. Having a structural engineer come out if there's anything that suggests that there might be structural instability. You can get anyone to come out that would give you peace of mind so that when you buy your home, you have peace of mind with those things. Some people don't care as much, like my husband's super handy, so the little things don't bother him as much. If you are able to negotiate repairs and inspections, you have to write exactly what you want repaired, who's going to do it. So many times, the homeowner can do it because technically they can if it's not specified that you want to have a licensed and insured plumber do the work, or you want to have, you don't want just some random handyman to do the work. You want a licensed and insured person to complete the work before you move in. Lately, what we've been seeing is that buyers haven't really been able to negotiate any repairs. And that's how, people are winning bidding wars. Sellers don't typically want to do a lot of repairs. Sometimes I recommend that my sellers get a pre-listing inspection so that we already know what's going to be a problem or what's not. If it's a scary problem, but really not that scary and only costs, a couple $100s to fix it before it goes on the market, so that you don't have to worry about that coming back on an inspection report down the line, because chances are the buyer's inspectors will find it. I do find it to be a really good negotiating tactic that, you know, if you bring in an inspector to do a walkthrough inspection, that you already know if there's major things. You would never want to say like, oh, well, but this house did not pass inspection. Well, I mean, that's a matter of opinion, really. You just want to make sure that it's safe and inhabitable, or that you can easily remedy it so that it can be. I just wanted to clear that up.